thought they finally got their heads out their asses and brought up this guy. My man, SpongeBob, Oscar Gonzalez.
Oh.
It's about time.
Yeah, they had to. I mean,
what the hell was they thinking?
This.
Yeah.
They got to see what they got at this point. Like, he's productive, he can do things offensively and defensively. Why wasn't he anyway? Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm starting to think that Miles Straw must got some compromising photos of the front office and Tito or something, and the coaching staff.
Nah, you know what? I thought I watched him. I get his value because he can do everything, literally. So, I mean, in this day and age, you gotta just, take the good with the bad. But he can do everything. Can concede that? Well, he can field every position. There we go. He can field every position.
Steve Kwan can field every position.
Well, we're speaking about Straw though, so it is what it is.
Honestly, my outfield would be this, and I'm just gonna be real. And nothing against Miles Straw and everything. You're right. Dude got speed, defensive game. He is savant at that in center field. I ain't gonna lie.
He can do all the outfield. Come on, you can't dog on them and the infield positions. Don't knock him, man. Come on, man. You got value.
But he's an automatic out.
In defense of that, we got a lot of those.
True. But he's been an automatic out ever since right after the first year he got here and they signed him to that contract. He's been an automatic out.
I agree.
And with this lineup, see, you can hide him, like let's say the Tampa Bay lineup, because they got dudes that can mash the ball. You can hide them in Anaheim or the Los Angeles Angels right now because they had dudes that can mash the ball, but you can't hide them here. He done came up in crucial situations all through the Houston series and been zeros in between. But, I don't know what, and I would be shocked if he's the starting center fielder next year, just being real.
Totally agree. We got to make some moves. I mean, but that's a discussion for later on after it's all over.
Yeah, they got to make some moves.
We gave up.
Yeah. We started off by trading this guy. Our best pitcher as of late, Aaron Savali. We traded him to the Tampa Bay Rays for a first baseman. I forgot the dude's name. He'll be on the team. Well, he's in AAA right now. Matter of fact, he's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes,
he's
the future. He's a future guy. Like that. Yeah. That's a guy for the future. And supposedly he's a big bat. Like you say, he's first base. Yeah. We can use him, but he won't do anything this season, and maybe next season.
Right. So we talking about 2025 then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a trade of future. I get it. Like we gave up. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, we waved the white flag. Then we also traded this guy, Josh Bell. Traded him to a Florida Marlins for another minor leaguer that's in Class A ball. I think Khalil Watson or somebody like that.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, he's in the minor league. And
he made some moves for the future. That's all that's all I saw.
And Josh Bell wasn't having his finest season by no means at all. But
but he's a big bat, and we could have used him.
Yeah.
But once again, we gave up.
Yeah,
and that's sad to see. But the more I think about it, it makes sense. Like we're battling in our division, the second place team's not gonna make it. Like they're out of the playoffs for sure.
True.
And with our ups and downs, you might as well, like you said, bring up some young guys, see what we got. And if we make it, fine. And if we don't, we got some pieces for the future.
What's up, E Young? My man said, man, we ain't going to do nothing until ownership sells the team or decides to spend more money. which we know isn't going to happen.
Yeah, negatory both of those.
Yeah, the ownership posed to transfer in about 4 more years to the minority owner right now. It's supposed to transfer the way it's set up, but they ain't spending no more money. Matter of fact, and you know who I feel sorry for out of all this? I feel sorry for the fans because the Guardians' attendance has improved.
I mean, we've proven over like the years that anytime they win, the fans show up. Like they sell out consecutively whenever they, just put some wins together. Like if they get on a good roll, or especially around playoff time, if we're in the playoff hunt, people show up. So that's never a problem. So that's what I don't understand about our ownership. It's like if you know that if you spend a couple dollars and put a winning product on the field, we will show up. So why won't you do that? So I agree with you on, the feeling for the fans.
I feel for the fans because, I mean, dude, it's like, think about this. And I'm going over the Yankees, for instance. They're in last place in the AL East. They even made a trade to pick up something at the deadline. And they like in another time zone from Tampa Bay and Baltimore. And here it is. The Guardians are one game. What was it? Were they about 3 games out now? 2 games out? Something like that?
Yeah, it keeps jumping up, down. Yeah, but they're right around in that area.
Yes. And like I hear people saying, well, if Tristan McKenzie and Shane Bieber can come back in September, trust and believe you're not going to see them in September.
No.
You're not. You're not going to see them in September. You're not going to see them in September. E. Young said exactly. Fan base is there and ready. We have to spend some money to compete. Because think about it. Your starting outfield right now is Quan, Straw, and Brennan. 10 home runs out your starting outfield. And truthfully, like I said, they're going to have to make some tough decisions. Well, really, it ain't no tough decision. I put Quan in center and trade for a power hitter to play in left field. And hopefully Gonzalez has his stuff right now that he can play in right. And Straw, well, really, Brennan could be the 4th outfielder. Straw can be the defensive replacement / pinch runner.
Stop hating on Straw. Go ahead.
He can be the defensive replacement / pinch runner. This dude got speed. I'll give it to him.
That man gonna bat 300 next year.
Okay. Anyway, if you say so, boss. If you say so. But like I said, and I wonder how the team feels itself.
I mean, they probably still feel like they can compete. I still feel like they compete. I mean, let's think about even with all those moves, are we really that much worse?
Not really.
And I think that was their thinking. Like I say, we got 2 young pieces in our system that we can either keep, like you said, a big bat, and I don't even know what the other guy does. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry. Apologies to him. But
the other guy, I think he's like I don't know. I think he's like a middle infielder or something. I'm thinking.
Okay, so he can, maybe be something down the road or be a trade piece in the future. We just got to get our cash together because, like you said, we need a big bat in left field, and preferably a guy that can do, everything, can play defense also, not just hit. But I'll just take a bet at this point.
Because your infield, you got Ramirez and you got Jimenez, and honestly, most likely Naylor will probably be a DH now, probably be the full-time DH, and hopefully the dude that they traded Savali for could be the first baseman next year, hopefully.
Now you see their thinking, yes, and I think that's exactly what they're looking at. They bring this young guy up. If you make contact, you have a big bat, like say you field hole in left field with another big bat. Now we got something going because our other pieces, those guys can make contact. We're more manufacturer run guys than, knock it out the park guys. Like you said, we got 10 home runs in the outfield. So, and back in our day, Red Jackson had 10 himself by game 20.
And you got to think, that's old school Kansas City Royals baseball.
Man.
Think about that. Because Kansas City only had really 2 thumpers back then. That was George Brett and Amos Otis. The rest of them, Willie Wilson and all them, all were speed guys. And they would get them through the West, but every time they came up against the Yankees, they came up short. Especially in the 70s with Reggie and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They came up short. So the Guardians going to have to rechange. But the thing is with the Guardians is, with the pitching standpoint, they find a way to find and develop pitchers. And for Noah Syndergaard to come here might be a blessing in disguise.
Like you say, we're playing for next year. Like he'll be fine for next year. He'll be a veteran pitcher that we can put in with a starter or middle relief. That's going to be solid. Like he's there.
Is he under contract for next year?
If he's not, then fine. He's out there. That's even better. Not saying that we don't want him, but if we can get him off the books, that's cool too. Because like you said, we probably got a couple arms in development. We'll get our 2 starters back, not right at the beginning, but at some point next year we'll get them back. And
I don't know.
Go from there.
Them 2 starters, if it goes to the far left, like I think, you might be thinking 2025.
Well, I hope not.
I hope not either, but you know what I'm saying on the real side, because them elbows and stuff, that's right in the Tommy John neighborhood.
That's true. That's true. So hopefully it's not that. But even if it's 2025, I mean, we got a lot of young guys. Next year will be a rough one. We just have to ride through. But we'll be back. But then you got to think, will they keep a Bieber at that point?
I bet you Bieber right now thinking I should have signed that deal.
Right.
I should have signed that offer.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll bring him back at that point.
I wouldn't.
Coming off of surgery? Yes.
I wouldn't. I mean, to be honest, the baseball contracts is kind of messed up because, truthfully, I would not sign no pitcher past 3 years, for real.
True, unless it's young Nolan Ryan or young Woody Johnson.
Or say with Tanner Bybee and them right now, I would try to extend them or whatever, but after that first contract, no, there's no way. But the thing that's alarming with the Guardians now is the bullpen done what the hell. Then I heard they was offering Clase.
Yeah, they just giving up.
Damn.
Like I said, they just seeing what they can get, and like you just pointed out, maybe they going to call it a mulligan for next year also. Just trying to see what they can do the following year when everybody comes back healthy.
But you gotta think the Guardians Guardians kind of was their own worst enemy in a sense. Think about this. They traded Nolan Jones. He's doing good right now in Colorado.
Right.
You traded Will Benson. That probably should have been your starting center fielder right now. Right. He's doing good in Cincinnati. And now we got an offense that don't hit. You don't score no runs. And truthfully, if a team get 3, it's like a team getting 6 on the Guardians. For real.
Yeah, because we aren't producing any runs.
We ain't doing nothing at all. It is like, come on. It's like, really, it's like, wow. And like I said, and then another thing you got to realize too, Francona is up in years now. Do you think he has it in him to manage another season or 2?
Yeah, I think he might have 3 solid if he can keep his health together. I think he can do it. He has the want to, because he's one of those guys with a ultimate love of the game. So he's like the Popovich of baseball.
You right about that. What's up, Teddy Payne? How you doing? We doing okay. So it's Browns Thursday and everything. We just get the Guardians out the way because they done sold for the rest of the season. And you know what's crazy? They can actually still win the division.
That's what I was saying earlier. Like, we're not out of it. Like, they're just seeing like all these moves, and we still kind of in the same position. Like, we're not really any worse. So they're gonna try and compete and see what's up.
True. What's gonna be interesting is who is gonna be their shortstop for 2024.
I see some moves in our future. Something's gonna happen.
Yes. Said y'all ready, huh, Teddy? I'm ready too for the Browns. I'm in preseason mode right now. Y'all got y'all gear on? Go Browns. That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. I'm put my dog pound chains on in the regular season, but put them on. But like I said, we'll see. They could still actually win the division. All you got to do is get in, and then everything else is up to chance.
Yeah, that's like I say. That's why they play the games. But like, if they get in, good. But yes. I don't know.
I don't either, because I done seen strange things happen. Because think about this. 3 years ago, Washington was literally out of it. They came back and won and ended up winning the World Series. 2 years ago, Atlanta was under 500 around this time. 2 years ago, they got hot. Came back, won the World Series. So you never know. And we got a long stretch of baseball to go, even though this month of August is going to be a doozy. Because I think like they got 25 games against teams with winning records this month.
Hey.
Maybe
that's what they saw also.
We get to see the Dodgers, get to see Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Minnesota. And think about this. I think after the series in Chicago, where the White Sox, they suck, but yet we only managed to take 2 out of 4, but we really should have took 3 out of 4. I think that was the handwriting on the wall. Because I remember telling some guys on the We Like Sports show that a lot of things going to be determined upon that weekend in Chicago. And guess they reeled their head. Reeled their head. But you never know. They still got time. They only like 2 games out. So we will see what happens.
Like you said, it's a lot of baseball left. And we still the same team in my eyes. We just see, hopefully they can get some offensive production and the young guys shake things up and come out, maybe shake the lineup up a little bit and we get some things going.